One of my best friends through my adult life was a committed Christian who was also a highly committed Marxist. When I was at Princeton Seminary as a graduate student, I was fairly conservative going in religiously, socially, politically, but I started meeting people who were socially and politically liberal, who were anti capitalist, but they weren't Marxists, they were socialists. And I have a lot of evangelical friends who are committed capitalists who believe that capitalism is the biblical approach to economics. All of these people are and were committed Christians. All of them could appeal to the teachings of Jesus for their economic preferences. There are places in the New Testament where Jesus tells people who have wealth to sell everything and give to the poor. In other words, to distribute their resources more evenly. Yet, he also, in another passage, praises slaves who take their master's money and invest it at interest to multiply his wealth. Well, uh, those passages seem to be at odds. In one passage, Jesus condemns a rich man who has had such a large crop that he needs to build bigger buildings, and Jesus condemns him for wanting to do so. But in another passage, he speaks of a steward who is managing his master's money, who cheats his master by cooking the books to make himself rich, and Jesus praises him. And he tells his followers that they too should make friends of the mammon of unrighteousness. These seem to be contradictory views. What's going on here? That will be the subject of my new course, Through the Eye of a Needle: Jesus' Teachings on Wealth and Their Modern Relevance. In the course, we'll be considering some of the most puzzling teachings of Jesus, which even experts debate, in part to figure out what they actually would have meant in their own world, in Jesus' own context. There was hunger and starvation and destitution. There was greed and exploitation of labor. There were massive discrepancies in income and lifestyle. And so we'll be considering what Jesus talks about in that context. Why would any of that matter to you or to anyone else? Well, this kind of discussion certainly matters for anybody who's interested in history, since the teachings of Jesus stand at the very root of our civilization, not just our religious civilization, but also our social worlds, our political worlds, and economic worlds. They stem out of Christianity, which has its roots in Jesus. That means also that not just people interested in history per se, but also any Christian who wants to know what the founder of their religion thought about such a central issue, this would be an important course. I'd also say, though, that this is an important course for everyone else. We live in a capitalist world, and this capitalism that we live in, believe it or not, emerged out of Christian roots. It developed in ways that some thought were faithful to the gospel of Jesus, and others thought were precisely contrary to the gospel of Jesus. So, does that matter? Well, if you're concerned about poverty, it should matter. We could feed everybody in the world now. There's no reason not to. We have enough food. We certainly have the technological wherewithal. And yet we live in a world where a child dies every 10 seconds from starvation. In part, that's because of political will or the lack of political will, but is it also in part because of our economic systems? So, if none of that matters to you, then I suppose this course isn't for you. But if it does matter for you, the course again is called Through the Eye of a Needle. It'll be on May 16th through 17th. You can find it at bartehrman.com. Early bird pricing will go until May 2nd. I hope to be able to see you there.